real estate transfer tax that's collected in Smith County and keeping it here. I don't know if y'all saw the spreadsheets, but it was gonna be almost $400,000, I think it was, so it was around 3 or 4 cents in property tax that we could keep here. I'd say I don't, this is new legislation, so I don't know if it'll be able to get done, but, it's something if you're willing to do, we'll go, man.
Do we know whether or not that'll go to the general fund, or where will that go?
They haven't, it's supposed to go, they talked about highways, is one thing they talked about, but I don't know, that they've not put anything on it, so it may come back and be to be. Yes, sir.
I know I talked to Representative Hill, and he has stated, that he would be willing to carry a bill about this,
Okay.
for us.
Me?
I was also sent an email, TCHOA was asked, asked y'all about doing this, and I already seen it on the agenda, so,
Yeah,
already.
yeah, that was one of the ones, yeah, I forgot to say the highway officials are behind
I don't
us
know for
too.
sure, but, I know on some things like that, all the highway officials will go down to the Capitol and, be part of it.
Right.
I don't know that they're gonna do it, but if they do, we'll be part of that, going down and asking for that.
Yep, we as well, like I said, that's money that's already collected and we're just asking for half of it, so.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussions? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's carried. All right. Item C is one notary. I would take a motion to approve that notary.
Motion approved, second.
Connor McDonald, motion. Second, Matt Inyard. All right, have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That passes. All right. Bill is not hearing any word. Oh, okay. Do you know enough to talk about it, or?
I'm talking one time.
Yeah, that's me. All right. Well, let's see where he's at.
He's still about 15 minutes out, so
Okay.
I can give you what I know.
Yeah, we'll give you what we know. You can fill in from there. Basically, I don't know how many are familiar with the old church at the bottom of Lancaster Hill as you go in towards Lancaster. Brother Bobby, and I can't think of it, Brother Bobby People's Church. They own it, or it was given to them. They moved to a different church. The building's sitting there. They want to basically give it away. They would give it to the county, and Bill came to me the other day, and he's found this $200,000 grant that he thinks he can take and transform it into a cultural crafts center there. No cost to the county, just he would get the grant and do that. They would do all the work. Basically, all we would do was, and I asked him, I said, who's gonna pay the water bill, who's gonna pay the light bill and all that? Yes, ma'am.
That's me.
That's you.
I'm Smith County Quilting and Crafts, Diana Blackburn, and it would be a great opportunity for my group and to be able to open it up to, the homeschool community, anybody that wants to learn an art or a craft
But basically, it would go on to our role as an asset, you'd fall under our insurance, but you guys would take care of all the waters, electric, and all that. Bill's gonna have a grant that's supposed to take care of the middle, what have I left out?
Basically, it would just be a process where they would donate the land to the county, we would assume the property. The grant his plan is to, obviously the grant would take care of any structural improvements, whatever, and then lease it to, the crafts organization to operate it and manage it. The building has, I went out there with him, the building has a number of classrooms for the craft purpose. It also has, obviously being a church, an auditorium that the hope would be to renovate the auditorium to where it could be leased and used for community events. That the craft organization would manage that leasing or rental of the space. As far as cost of the county, you're not collecting property taxes on it right now anyway because it's religious property. It would be assuming the asset, and obviously, my only questions were: is the grant going to cover the repairs, and who's going to take over operation of it? And
That was my questions.
this is early, it's preliminary, he just wanted you all to be aware of it and be available for questions. He's still coming, in case you wanna ask him. His wife is here as well, if you wanna ask her anything about her organization.
But we don't need any action.
We don't need any action tonight.
Just wanted to let you
Just to let you know, in case you see or hear any of this going on. If that time comes that he is successful in the grant application, there'll be more information, I'm sure, but that's, unless you guys have any questions right now.
We didn't start close to that creek right there, it's running right beside it. And we go under their insurance. Does that affect their insurance?
That's a question I need, that would be something I need to talk to our carrier about, to see what that would entail on that side. Yes, agree. Jeremy and I talked about, and I don't, my grandparents lived up there, I don't ever remember water getting up into that church, but it possibly, I'm sure it's in the flood. Yeah. Yeah, yes, Matthew.
With a rental agreement, how can we word it so even though that is a pseudo county building, that we're not held liable if somebody breaks their foot or does something else?
It'd be part of the rental, we'll work through that when it gets there, but yes, there'd be
Yeah.
liability sweep.
Justin was first, and then you, Chris.
And you may not be able to answer this at this point, it's a $200,000 grant, no match to that.
That's what Bill said.
Okay. And if something happened, do we have to commit to it being an arts facility for so long, is there a repayment or anything like that,
Once again, he's in the early stages. I think this is just a grant that he just recently found, and we'll obviously review those things. I'm certain that since it is specifically, it's titled Creative Placemaking Grant. And as you can see, it's, Rural Arts Facilities Fund. So I'm assuming there is going to definitely be some kind of a string attached to it being, arts associated.
Tracy?
What's the process of seeing how much needs to be done? Is the electricity where it needs to be, and who's in charge of doing that? It might cost $200,000 just to do that. We don't wanna buy something that we have to fix every
Right.
little stage.
And
Yeah, that's,
How does that work?
I have already asked Bill to make or I have advised Bill, before you move forward, to get
estimates.
estimates on what it's gonna take to bring the facility up to usable grade.
And who does that? A certified plumber, a certified electrician, who does that?
Well, he would have to get quotes from contractors, yes.
Gotcha, thank you so much.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a.
Yeah, that ain't me and you not making that call.
No.
No, me neither.
Right.
Is there any way to project or to ascertain what the public interest in it would be? You don't want to invest all that into something that might be,
Yeah,
I mean, as far as
That's
hard to
questions
gauge.
for Bill or
Maybe
Ms.
that's
Blackman.
what I can tell you, how the interest in the craft portion of what she's associated with, but, I mean, I don't know how you project.
Sometimes things like that, you start off with a name and then they fizzle.
Right, I agree.
Well, and I wanna follow up with that, a lot of what we're talking about here happens 10 minutes down the road in Brandon. And I don't mean to be Debbie Downer, but I mean, I kinda go along with you, what have we done to show that there is a need for this, when you've got Granville 10 minutes down the road and they've been doing it for 20 years?
And I find too that the majority of people that do quilting crafts of that sort tend to be elderly.
Right.
As time goes on,
That goes away.
it kind of goes away.
I would assume that
That's-
part of the awarding of the grant, you know, the entity awarding the grant will probably do some of their due diligence on that as well.
Right.
On award, you know, and keep in mind, it's not, you know, you've got the craft rooms that they're planning, but you also have the usable space of the auditorium that will probably be accessible, usable for more than just crafts.
And at the end of the day, you know, Bill asked to come and talk about it, and that's all we're doing. I mean, we don't, like I said, I'm not 100% sure this is what we need to be doing, so.
In comparison to Granville, they have quilt shows, they're getting quilt interest from all over.
Right.
Tennessee,
Right.
Not just.
I mean, yeah, I understand. No, it's one of those where, as long as it's not a cost to the taxpayers, that's how me and Bill's, a lot of me and Bill's conversations end is, who's gonna pay for that? And he looks at me and says, well, the county, and I'm saying, well, we're out. I've got enough buildings to take care of. So, and I'm not being mean, it's just, there's things that we gotta do, and that's not, I mean, that's a nice have to, maybe somewhere down the road, but as far as we have other pressing issues we have to get done, so. As long as it doesn't end up costing the county, I don't have a problem with it, but if, you know, if we've gotta put money in, or it's gonna be exorbitant insurance, then I don't want, yes, sir.
So how is this different from the, depot that's been renovated and is operational currently?
You have tax bill.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
This is just letting you know, I mean, this is for everybody to know, and you guys go.
Y'all go talk to Bill, talk to Ms. Blackman, all that, yeah.
This is just a captive audience for you to hear his proposal, and then you guys can talk to him individually. There's nothing on the table for you to decide.
See, I have a Jerry Clower,
Deadline is January 13th,
yeah.
2025.
I have a Jerry Clower story that I could use here about, you know, stopping the banana train. He didn't have a possum, he just wanted to know if he wanted a possum, so, you know, that.
You know, when Caboose there's a lot of private donations.
Okay. All right, well, like I said, I think me and you have gave everything on. Bill's on his way. If you wanna go by and wait for him, or catch him when he comes in, or go by and talk to him, get that, and we'll go from, you know, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, at that time, I have no other business. I would take them, before we adjourn, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you I'm thankful for everybody. Thank you for the family. Thank y'all for what you do. Thank all our people. Number two, we do not meet in December because it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and have fun. Be with your family, enjoy your time. So, that's all I got. At this time, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Motion adjourn, second. Motion Cordell, second Connor. So, I have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any questions or discussions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? You are adjourned.